I feel like I just watched a YA novel. Hey guys, it's Bonnie. Today I have a movie review because I haven't done a movie review in quite a long time and I obviously love movies, so I want to get back into doing movie reviews, yeah. But before, we get into everything, let me just give you a very vague plotline. A young, ordinary girl with a weird name finds that she's actually really special when this person suddenly comes into her life and makes her crappy life a whole lot better. Would anyone like to tell me what this sounds like? Anyone have a guess what this is? Oh, I know, that's easy. Harry Potter. No, less epic. Divergent? Nope. Shadow and Bone. Still no. City of Bones? Never mind, I'll just tell you. It's Jupiter Ascending. Oh, I never heard of that. Who's the author? No, it's actually not a book, it's a movie. Yeah, but it's like based on a book, right? It sounds just like a YA book. No, it wasn't based on a book either. It was directed, written, and produced by Andy and Lana Wachowski, the people that did The Matrix. So it's not a book. Nope, not a book. Why am I here? Jupiter Ascending is about a girl named Jupiter, dumb name, but there's a sentimental reason behind it, who finds out that she is some type of weird alien royalty when this wolf, human, but mostly human breed, played by Channing Tatum, comes to rescue her from her average, boring life of cleaning toilets all day. Say that Jupiter is played by Mila Kunis, because if I didn't, Jupiter is played by Mila Kunis. Honestly felt so much like a YA novel that I was just convinced that it was when I was watching it. I'm like, this must be a book. I'll go look it up when I get home. But it wasn't a book. It was just, like I said, written, directed, all that by the Wachowskis. And yeah, it's their first, original thing since The Matrix. And I mean, it's definitely not going over like The Matrix. This movie is honestly kind of a mess in certain ways. It's very confusing at points, and some of the beginning things, it didn't really tie in. There's sort of a lack of overall focus. However, I do think you should go see it because it was highly entertaining, visually beautiful, and it's just this wonderful space epic with this crazy world building and just interesting concepts overall. And I don't know, it wasn't a good, it wasn't like, oh yes, view this film in high prestige, but it was very entertaining and I definitely think you should see it. Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum were super great. They had really great chemistry and Mila Kunis, I mean, she was great, what can I say? Channing Tatum, they definitely used Channing Tatum in the best way possible, aka he rarely wore a shirt. There did seem to feel like a bit of insta-love, but not in the way that it typically runs out. So as I said, this movie is about a girl who finds out that she is space alien, except they're not really aliens, they're humans, just more advanced royalty. So there are these other people who are currently in the position of royaltiness that want her dead so that she won't come and kind of take over her rightful place as the queen, as you may say. One of these bad guys is played by Eddie Redmayne, which normally I'd be like, oh yeah, Eddie Redmayne, let's go. But what did they do to him? His voice was the entire problem. I can't even mimic it properly, but I'll try. I am playing this bad guy alien. I guess I must have some kind of problem with speaking. Except when I yell! That was his character. Honestly, kind of sounded like his Stephen Hawking voice, minus the trembling from when he played in The Theory of Everything, which why? Why did they ask him to do this? Some of its other negatives are its action scenes. While they are visually pleasing, one scene in particular was so long. I was just like, when is this going to be over? I kid you not, one lady got up to go to the bathroom, came back, and she just missed the entire action scene. Like, she missed nothing but flying around the city of Chicago. That's it. Also, throughout their entire flying through Chicago sequence, you know, Mila Kunis' character is just going all around because the bad guys are coming after her, and Channing Tatum's character, whose name is like Kane Weiss, by the way, that's almost even worse than Jupiter. And he has these like moon boot shoes where he can like be in the air with his shoes, and so he's flying around and they're like trying to run from the bad guys and stuff. And Mila Kunis' character Jupiter is just going all over the place. And at the end of it, her hair is perfect, her makeup is still hella on point. I'm just like, girl, how? I thought the sort of alien creatures were kind of cool because for the most part they're all humans, just with better technology than what we are known to having. And they kind of looked like the Capitol people in a way. And then there were also these weird like alien lizards that were like weird. And then there was like an elephant guy. I was like, I don't know. There was like really weird ones, and then like the rest were human. And there wasn't much explanation there, which, I mean, I guess it wasn't really necessary, but it was interesting to say the least. Like I said, the world building in this movie is really, really good, and I really enjoyed that. I sort of wish this was a book just so I could read it and kind of understand it better, because there was definitely, like I said, parts that were just really confusing and hard to grasp, especially because some of the actors, like the British ones, or when they're talking in an accent, it was kind of hard to understand them sometimes, especially when they're talking about these terms that I just don't know what they're saying, and I felt like I needed subtitles at some point. There were a few scenes kind of towards the end-ish, kind of, that definitely reminded me of Divergent and Harry Potter in certain ways. Mostly the Divergent scenes were when she is in kind of like this outfit. You'll see if you go see the film. It reminded me a lot of what Triss wore in Divergent, and just her actions as a character. She felt very much like Triss. And there's this point where she's trying to kind of identify herself as who she truly is, and they're going through this crazy process. And it reminded me very much of like in Harry Potter when they go to Gringotts, the bank, and there's like the guy standing and like Hagrid's there to help, and like, yeah, it was very interesting, reminiscent, but not in like a bad way, I guess. It wasn't like, oh, they're copying, but you know. Overall though, like I said, this film was very entertaining, and I definitely would recommend go seeing it. I would watch a sequel if they made one. I don't know if they will, because I'm not sure how many people are going to see this, how much profit is making. There wasn't a lot of people in my theater, and I went on Friday night, the first night it came out, at like a 9 p.m. showing. But I would watch it if they make it, and it was definitely interesting. I wish it was the book. Like I said, I would probably read about it. It's dumb and cliche in some aspects, but overall it was very entertaining, and you're not gonna see anything like this in February. This was supposed to be a summer movie. It was supposed to come out last year in the summer, but was pushed back until now, which was kind of a bad sign in the first place. But, you know, for February, this is the best you're gonna get. It's gonna be the most action, really, I think that you'll see until Avengers in May. Okay, but I think that about wraps up this movie review. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you watched the movie. Tell me your thoughts about it, or if you're going to watch it. Basically, anything you want to tell me, you know, just tell me down in the comments. As always, my Twitter, Goodreads, Instagram, Tumblr, all that stuff will be linked down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.